Do I think I'll ever go back and play Hollow Knight from start to finish? I've always left that as an option. I've actually brought it up several times over the years in polls for possible playthroughs. No one seems to want it. I played Hollow Knight during a marathon, and I thought it was good, and I said I would go back and consider playing it. And it's like no one cares about Hollow Knight. No one cares about Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight. Side content. There you go. And by the way, shout out to 1 Ton Hammer, who just did a 1500-bit cheers. Says, are you going to play Hollow Knight or Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Hollow Knight, I don't even know what it is. I've never even heard of it. What is Hollow Knight? Shout out to Owly Guy, who just tipped me $5 and said, if you have time, you should do a playthrough of Hollow Knight. I'm actually not sure what Hollow Knight is. People had nominated it to be in my Indies Marathon last weekend, but it didn't win in the voting, so... Thank you to Owly Guy, who just said, Timmy, you get to try to convince you to play Hollow Knight, a super great game. Yeah, a few people have told me about Hollow Knight, said it's a good game. Perhaps. We'll see. Perhaps. It's not a promise, but it's something I may look into. Oh, man. What? Oh, my God. What happened? And Judicious Echo said the following. Hollow Knight was just released on the Switch eShop. It's $15 and one of the best Metroidvanias. Yeah, I actually heard, you know, some people have told me about this game and asked if I was ever going to play it. And it actually did get into the nominations a couple times, but it hasn't really gotten much attention. And maybe eventually I will check it out, but for now, no plans. But there you go. So here's an example. Some people have been asking me to play certain indie games for a while. Like, for example, Hollow Knight. I've been getting asked to play that game for about 2-3 months now. And it's like, I just don't have time. I'm doing all this 10th anniversary stuff for the summer, and people didn't really vote it in too heavily for the Patron's Choice playthroughs that I did recently. This event would be an excellent opportunity, right? An excellent opportunity to play a game like that, right? So I just got an anonymous $1 tip, and they said if you have some free time coming up, an idea that might be to play Hollow Knight, which is being released on PlayStation 4 tomorrow. It's a critically acclaimed Metroidvania game. I think you should play indie games more often, as you're missing out on great games. For those who don't know, I haven't mentioned it a lot this month. This month, my patrons are nominating and voting on indie games. A good example of a game would be Hollow Knight. The patrons are currently taking care of that, okay? Swaggin's just curious, and I've been playing Hollow Knight since I've heard so many good things about it. Wow, I'm actually blown away how great it is. I've never been into Metroidvania-style games, so it's a shocker. You should consider it when you have downtime. It's $15, and the game is a good 20 to 30 hours long. Oh, I probably would have loved Hollow Knight. Like, no, what was that noise, by the way? How the fuck did a pig get in here? But I'm not gonna get incredibly hyped over it. Oh, well, today we're getting hyped for Sekiro, so let's just do a marathon of Sekiro instead. That's no. No. I can't get out of the way. Come on. It's not fair. So now Swag and Cheers says, you mentioned platformers for the marathon. Do Hollow Knight. I don't know much about Hollow Knight. Whenever I play a Metroidvania game, people don't show up, or they show up for a bit, complain, and leave. So I don't know what else to say. Jujutsu Echoes did a 300-bit cheer. He said, Hollow Knight is at least as good as Jump Force. Well, I mean, anything is at least as good as Jump Force, I guess. Swaggins cheered again. He says, Hollow Knight is an exception. Consider it a masterpiece and one of the best Metroidvania-style games. Trust me, I hated watching that shit too, but Hollow Knight is actually good. Oh my god. Okay, thanks for the opinion, Swaggins. I'm still not playing it. Alright. Swaggins cheered. He said, for next week, could you play Hollow Knight? It's $15. It could be moved to the Night Chill Night stream. If anything, could you maybe pull on Twitter along with Super Mario RPG and DK? It's fun and challenging. I think you would like it. No. I'm not interested in Hollow Knight. I'm not. Just to be very honest with you. I'm not. That would be a game that, like, maybe when summer downtime or something, there's nothing going on, and, you know, I want to get into a new game that a lot of people liked, but I'm not interested in Hollow Knight right now. I'm not. Just being honest. I'm literally on the edge, so I'm just going to chill here. I got another $1 tip. Asking, am I ever going to play Hollow Knight? It's only $15 and a super huge and amazing game. Almost everyone has praised. Could be a great stream. I would maybe eventually consider it, but I haven't gotten any major demand for it, so the answer is not right now. Hi. What? How did I die first? Swaggins just shared 50 bits. He says, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight would be a great game to play before the sequel. I'm sure it would do well since similar to Dark Souls. I really have no desire to play it because it's a Metroidvania game. I'm just being honest with you. Someone named DarksydePhil tipped me $1, said play Hollow Knight already. No thanks. Ev Leonin, 3,300 tipped me $1 and says play Hollow Knight, please. I'm not interested. Now, I've already explained as well. I have very sensitive skin, all right? And the most I can shave in a single week is twice. If I shave more than twice a week, my face actually gets, like, really irritated and swollen. The skin will get, like, very sensitive and messed up. Play Hollow Knight. Tipped me $2 and said Hollow Knight is rage-inducing. Great. that sounds good, but no one nominated it for the upcoming Rage-A-Thon. Just because my wife doesn't want to come on my streams doesn't mean she's dead, but these are idiots who think that there's some secret conspiracy behind everything because they're brain-dead morons. Hollow Knight to be $2 to play me now. Hollow Knight, I would play you in this game, but I'm not going to play the game Hollow Knight because I don't care about the game Hollow Knight. Lopez tipped me $1 to please play Hollow Knight. Alright, a lot of people seem to want me to play Hollow Knight. I don't know why. All of a sudden, after like a year and a half of the game coming out, there's all this demand to see me play Hollow Knight now. It's kind of weird, but okay. Well, thank you, God, for the $1 tip who also wants me to play Hollow Knight. Good to know. I'm probably not playing it, but thanks for the $1 tip. Continuing on. PUBG tipped me $5, and PUBG says, play Hollow Knight. Scrubby Bullshit tipped me $1 and said, play Hollow Knight. No. Jasper tipped me $2 and play Hollow Knight or I'll derail the stream and scratch you. I'm not playing the Hollow Knight, by the way. Even when Hollow Knight 2 is coming out, if you guys are interested in seeing me play it, let me know what's going on with that, you know, and I will consider playing it. I would say if it comes out during a time, especially when there's not a lot of new releases, I would definitely consider playing it, you know, anyway. So, you guys stay on top of that, let me know. Bugged online play mechanics, nothing he could do. Why do you stream on Twitch when you are already live on YouTube? Bugged blocking mechanics. Ack. Duh. To me, $3 to play Hollow Knight 2. I already said I'm interested, and I will definitely look into playing Hollow Knight 2. We don't have a release date for it yet, but since so many people wanted me to play Hollow Knight 1, I'll check into Hollow Knight 2, okay? Fair enough. Empire of the Sun tipped me $20. Said disappointing Hollow Knight is not in contention today because it really is a phenomenal game. If you can believe it, Hollow Knight lost out on the voting by like 1%. And I'm not exaggerating. I didn't skew the voting. I'd be interested in playing Hollow Knight. It didn't make the cut. Now, I've already said I am very willing to play Hollow Knight 2 when it comes out in 2020. So if people keep me in the know and informed about Hollow Knight 2 and let me know when it comes out, I'll check it out, okay? And also, as you guys know, I just mentioned, we have a Viewer's Choice event coming up. This would be a great opportunity for those who want to see Hollow Knight to nominate the game to be played as the Viewer's Choice playthrough. Hint, hint, hint. Go Gadget Vest tipped me $1.30 and said, have you considered playing Hollow Knight or Gravity Rush? I have not played Hollow Knight. It was in the running for Viewer's Choice, but didn't make it, so. Madario's God, I really don't even know that much about Hollow Knight. And interestingly enough, as much as people scream for Hollow Knight all the time and say, Hollow Knight, play Hollow Knight, play Hollow Knight, it didn't even make it like the finals of the poll for the Viewer's Choice. So I just think it's like a vocal minority of people who scream for that game, and they're, you know, there's not a giant community of people who really want to see me play it or anything. Ripley Atomic just cheered. He said, would you ever play Hollow Knight sometime? I'm playing it at the moment, and it's very addictive. Dude, Hollow Knight is in the voting right now for what I'm going to be playing during the Viewer's Choice event coming up. I don't really know much about it. People have asked for it a few times on and off, but it never really won a poll or anything, so I never checked it out. Thoughts on Hollow Knight? I don't have thoughts. I never played it. Never played Hollow Knight. Here we go. It's time to fold. Okay, so the following games will be played during the Rage-A-Thon. Celeste. Okay. Also, Hollow Knight. Yes. Okay. And Street Fighter.
I don't care.
All right. Excuse me. People have been asking for Hollow Knight for like 2 years. And the other good thing about this is none of these games are super expensive. That's why you may notice there's a couple games in there that people did nominate, but they're not in there. The point was to get a bunch of rage-inducing games that I could play for like an hour, hour and a half. And that way, if I never play them again, it's not a huge deal. So, for example, Mortal Shell. A lot of people wanted it. It's actually the most nominated game, but it's $30 plus tax. I'm not dropping that much for a game I'm going to play for an hour and never play again. Derek says, which one of the games for Rage-A-Thon am I more interested in checking out? I would say there's 2 games that I'm interested in a lot. Hollow Knight, because people have been telling me for like a year it's an outstanding, crazy good game, and they can't believe I didn't play it. And The Quiet Man, only because for 2 effing years, CM Fool's been asking me for it, so I'm finally getting to see what the hell it is. Those are the 2 I'm looking forward to the most. Lies for Soul did 100-bit cheer. He says, we as VIPs declare we have a Rage-A-Thon, and you play at least Hollow Knight and give CM Fool what he wants, and also play The Quiet Man. The chat can pick the rest. Well, Lies for Soul, first of all, no. Also, huge shout out. This person did not mention if they wanted a shout out or not, so I'm not going to say their name, but someone actually donated Hollow Knight for this marathon. They sent me a code to play the game on Xbox One. Okay? So thank you very much to the viewer who did that. I appreciate that. What games are we playing today? We are playing Hollow Knight, which is a game that people asked me to play since I think it came out last year, right? I don't know much about it at all. I don't know much about what kind of a game Hollow Knight is, but people say that basically it's a really, really good game, but it gets very, very tough at one certain point in the game. A lot of people say it's one of the harder games that's come out in the last few years. So today, considering that this is a marathon, we're only going to play each game for about an hour to an hour and a half. I doubt we're going to get to the difficult parts of the game, but at least we'll get kind of an early idea of what the game's going to be. Okay, so I own it. I actually 100% own it.
Business related, and I do still own it.
So if you guys like Hollow Knight and you want to see me continue to play it at some point, that is definitely possible because I own it now. It's fully installed and everything on Xbox One. Okay, all right. People have been asking me for this game for a long time. Ever since it came out. I think it was last year it came out. I'm not 100%, but people have been asking me for this for a very long time to see what it is. Shout out to the viewer. A viewer actually gifted me this game to check it out. Some people say it's like Dark Souls. Then again, everyone says a lot of games are like Dark Souls these days. Think Bloodborne or Dark Souls. New game. Hollow Knight. Excuse me. In Wilds Beyond, they speak your name with reverence and regret. For none could tame our savage souls, yet you the challenge, man. Under Palest Watch, you taught we changed, base instincts were redeemed. A world you gave to bug and beast as they had never dreamed. From Elegy for Hollow Nest by Monomon the Teacher. What the fuck? What is that? Hickory Dickory Dock. Why is it so goddamn loud? Oh my god, it's too loud. Hold on. What the fuck? It's way too loud. My ears, dude. Why is it so loud? Holy fuck, it's loud. Ruby Tommy Tree said Hollow Knight Hype. This guy lives in Halloween Town, apparently. What a sad existence. To live without feet. Alright, here we go. So I'm assuming this is currency. Because when you pick it up, it sounds like a coin. Jethro's main choice. I was here the whole time, still waiting on the rage, still waiting. Alright, so you were deaf then, and blind. Interesting. Hold B to focus? Why would I want to do that, though? Do I have to heal right now? I can't tell. Oh, get your life back. I see. Really, Atomic Cherry said you can do a downward strike if you jump and attack down. Yep, there you go. Cool. The blue lives are like temporary. They're not rechargeable. Maybe I can make this jump. I can't make that jump. Dirtmouth, the fading town. Dirtmouth. Oh yeah. Listen. Oh. Oh. Is that Japanese? Perhaps dreams aren't great things after all. Wait a minute, I didn't want to do that. I seriously didn't. Shit, I wanted to keep going right. Oh no! Oh my god, I'm not doing very well today. Oh my god, jump. The hell? Hello? It's 2-frame animation character, apparently. What do I do? I can't do anything. I don't know. I can't seem to do anything with this guy. He's very sad, whoever it is, but I can't interact with him. Alright, Rusty Shackleford just tipped me $13. He's glad I'm able to be here for the Rage-A-Thon. I definitely think you should make this game a full playthrough. Oh yeah, a lot of people seem to really take this game in very high regard. And they feel that it's quite good. But I'll definitely take that into consideration, especially because October, there's going to be some dead time in October. So we'll see. People say chair spin. I will do the chair spin, but let's play the game a little more before I spin the chair like an idiot. I'll definitely do it, but I'd like to try to play the game. We'll definitely do it, though. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I'm not... Oh, my God! I am failing miserably. Oh, my God! Alright, that was probably the worst I could possibly do. Looks like I'm gonna fall as well. Wait, what? Ow! What the hell is that? That was weird. Oh, Jesus! I can't hit him. I need a ranged attack to hit him. I don't have a ranged attack yet, so I can't get past him. Head came off. Another hit. God damn it. I'm sucking pretty bad. I'm doing quite poorly. Dude, this game is 100% Metroidvania. Cause you gotta backtrack a ton in order to do everything. Right now, I can't kill the giant bug with the armor because I don't have a ranged attack. I pressed jump, by the way. I can't get past here because I don't have a wall jump. I need to have all these abilities before I can get into these areas. It's down here. Who's singing? I'm a cartographer by trade. I'm working on mapping this area right now. Would you like to buy a copy of my work? Okay. Hold left bumper to view the map. The map can be a useful thing, but it alone won't show you where you are. I was just purchasing a compass for my wife, Zelda. So here's the map. But where am I? I don't know where I am. It doesn't show you where you are on the map. I was just purchasing a compass for my wife, Zelda. Hello. Oh, you know what? How much you want to bet? Those are grub. Remember the guy who was crying? It's been tough. It looked like it was like an older version of that. I bet you're gonna find a lot of those. You gotta free them all, and then maybe he gives you a reward at the end or something. I bet that's what it is. Tutorials for enemies like that, you can perform the downward slash to do an extra jump. Really? These enemies? Oh! Alright, thank you for telling me. I don't even know where we are on the map right now. It's certainly an interesting art style. It reminds me of, oh, excuse me. No, it reminds me of, the art style reminds me of these games back in the PS2 era. I think it was Alien Hominid. It was the first game that I played that had robust, like, hand-drawn 2D graphics like this. I have no idea where I am at all. I don't know what's going on. Extreme Machine 3K2 resub for 2 months is subscribing. I want to see you play more of this game. It's odd because I don't think this game is rage-inducing. It's a good one. I really want to see you play years ago. Yeah, I don't know when it came out. Where am I right now? I don't know where I am. I'm so confused. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I'm already lost, like, miserably. I was just purchasing a compass for my wife. The map I have doesn't even show the area I'm in. It's going to be basically a game that's fun, but you need to know where to go and what to do, or else you're going to wander aimlessly and waste a ridiculous amount of time. Much like Metroid. And it's a lot of boredom because of that, you know. My goodness. Oh, fuck! The Gru's mother. Okay, the Gru's mother. Well, that was the first boss, huh? Always saw a teacher who said, I feel to see how this is range-inducing, but it makes for a good chill stream. I agree, like, I don't think I'm gonna rage at this at all. I mean, I'm sure the game gets hard or whatever, but I don't think I'm gonna rage at this. Which I kind of knew was gonna happen, and people were gonna nominate games that aren't rage-inducing at all. They always do so. They always do so. I don't know why, but they always do. Yeah, this sucks because I'm gonna have to tell you where you are, you know? Dooley just says, don't I think that the soundtrack and visuals are full soul? I think they're good. A door with an open slot. Django Pop says, in conclusion, we could have just done an Indies Marathon and had this game in it. I agree with you. And Indies Marathon was a candidate, but people wanted a Rage-A-Thon, and then nominated a game that doesn't cause rage. So, we figure it out. Can't do that unless... Ah! Alright, that's cool. You can do that. Thank you for whoever told me about that. You can do the platforming. Oh, shit! When we get to spin, at least when we're further in or between games. I'm not gonna do it now when I'm trying to learn a game. Okay, I didn't mean to fall. Can't jump. This Xbox controller seems to, yeah, it's dropping my inputs a lot. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of older controller or whatever. It's dropping a lot of inputs. Where am I? No idea. I'm so lost. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just like walking around aimlessly. Did I just lose 2 lives? I did. Oh my, it's dropped my input. Yeah, this sucks. This controller fucking sucks. It's dropping my A when I do it a lot. Jump! Oh my god, it didn't jump again. I pressed jump. He just stood there. What the fuck? See what's over here. Dude, the whole thing is a maze. I don't know where to go anymore. I'm lost. The problem with the map is it doesn't show you where you are. So not knowing where you are, you have no idea what fucking room you're in. She's like, just purchasing a compass for my wife. Chaos Emerald said the music in this game he used as background music when he played Flight Simulator and he was flying over Alaska. That's cool. Well, I made it back to town. I agree this would make a good chill stream. I definitely agree. What happened? Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I fell.
Bapanada.
Let's see what you got for me to sell. Highly recommended if you're having trouble finding your way in the maze of ruins below, try the charm. It'll pinpoint your location on the map. Alright, that's what I need. That's what I need. And I got an achievement. Charmed.
Bapanada.
Bapanada. You need a quill to update your map with new areas. So I need more money. A lot more money. Yeah. Carlton Jr. Cheese said, the Lord hungers for this to be a full playthrough. Well, there you go. Some people are saying they want a full playthrough of this. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, man. I need to stretch. I guess now I will spin in my chair, which is the reward for $200 in tips, which we did hit today. This is going to be very exciting. Life-changing for some. Alright, you guys ready? Hold on. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My chair's squeaking. 9, 10. Oh shit, it's going by itself. Whoa, the room is still spinning. The room is still spinning. Did you guys hear the squirt? The sad music fitted perfectly, oh yeah? I gotta get you more money to come back here and buy the map shit, because the map shit's gonna be very important to this game. Oh, Lord! Whoa! My ghost? What the fuck? My ghost takes damage! I didn't know my fucking ghost is going to damage me. Come on. Take that, you dupe. So I don't know where to go right now. I fought 2 bosses that I found, but I'm kind of lost. On my map, okay, it's showing where I am right now. See that? Fuck. According to this, if I go down and right and back up, there's like a boss room. Is that a boss room it's supposed to be? I don't know, I guess we should go down and see what we can find. Regulators 22 is angry and says, because Jasper kept me up all night, now I'm tired. And the Rage Fest isn't full of rage. It's because of the game I'm playing. But this game, I feel, is not rage-inducing at all. It just doesn't feel like that kind of game. This doesn't seem like it's gonna be any rage. I think people just want me to play the game and see what it was.
Yeah, you think?
See, I've been here already. What is this? Whoa, what is this room? I don't know. Oh, okay. The false knight. Jesus. Ow. Okay, things are not going too well. Oh, God. Get the shit out of his big chubby face. I can't get out of his range anymore.
How could you miss?
Oh, what the hell? I killed him. Nice. Ew. Alright. I beat the first boss. Okay. What did I get? The Vengeful Spirit. Tap B to unleash the spirit. Spells deplete your soul, replenish soul by striking enemies. Okay. It's ranged. Maybe I can kill that enemy now? Remember the one that was blocking when I got close? I'd be quite grateful if you venture deeper and slay it for me. It's hardly a creature. With your new power, you're more than a match for it. What a dick. He's gonna force me to fight some enemy I don't want to fight. Okay. I'll probably do this, because it seems like it's mandatory. And then, maybe we'll switch games or whatever. Or we'll take a break so I can get a snack and then we'll switch games. I do like this game. But again, much like Ori and the Blind Forest, much like Guacamelee, much like every Metroidvania game, Child of Light, every Metroidvania game I've tried to play, you guys tell me you don't like them. You know? Okay. I fucking... Oh my god, I mistimed it. It sucked. Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't see! I couldn't see where he was! Wow. Sucking the balls, sucking the ass.
That's gay.
Gorilla Pimp 23 cheers to the Bears won against the Ravens today, and he's very excited for that. And he says this game seems very chill. It's like Spelunky, but Spelunky is better. I don't know about Spelunky. I never played it. So let's just return to town, buy upgrades. That'll be it for our first session ever of Hollow Knight. It's an interesting game. I do like it. I'm curious if people would actually want to play through. People are saying they want it, but does that mean people will show up and watch and contribute? Or will it be like with other Metroidvania games that I tried doing where people just complain constantly that the game is boring and they want me to do something else? See what I mean? I might have time to play something like this during October. There might actually be time for it, you know? I wouldn't mind playing this, but again, it's more about what entertains the viewers as well as entertains me. It's got to do both, you know what I mean? It's not just about me. That's 100% a lie. Oh, fuck. All these things would be a great night stream. I don't have time at nights to play it. It would have to be a main stream. There already at nights I have Fall Guys, Street Fighter, trying to finish up Batman, among other things. You know, not everything can be a late night chill stream. You know? Jujutsu says this game's better for a day stream. It's easy to get sucked into and play and to enjoy 2 hours a night wouldn't be enough. So, what do you think? Should I buy some of these guys? So this is the last thing I'm doing on this session. Should I buy these or should I go to the other guy and buy stuff to heat? What did the other guy have again? Let me double check what the other guy has.
Bapanada.
Bapanada. Alright. Hollow Knight just hit me $15. And thanks for playing my favorite game. I definitely like it to be a mainstream game. I would support the hell out of that. Alright. Like I said, I'm considering I like it. I haven't played a Metroidvania game in a million years. And I would maybe like to give it a shot in the month of October. But I don't know. We'll see. You know, I'm not guaranteeing it, but... Okay. Alright, that's Hollow Knight. I hope you guys like it. Like, I thought that it was pretty neat. And in fact, like I said, I'm interested in continuing this playthrough if you guys would like to see that. So, good stuff. I would say out of the Rage-A-Thon, the one major thing that came out of it is that Hollow Knight is a really good game, and I'm likely going to be playing Hollow Knight as a full playthrough during the month of October, because I think it's a really good game. Based off of what your feedback, you want to see me play Hollow Knight as a full playthrough. The game seems pretty good. I enjoyed what I played yesterday. If that's the case, Hollow Knight will be the next major game that I will balance with other stuff that I'm doing on the early stream. People seem to want me to play Hollow Knight as a playthrough, so even though I didn't rage, we got something very positive out of that. Now Hollow Knight, people have requested for quite a long time. Like a really long time. See what I see? Just sitting here doing nothing by itself. Yeah, people requested Hollow Knight for a very, very long time. They've said that they wanted this for a very long time. I'm okay with that. I hope people will show up and contribute and make it a playthrough people are gonna watch. Excuse me. So, what are we gonna do this week? There are many options of things that I can do. A game that I just played during the Rage-A-Thon that you guys seemed to want to see me play as a full playthrough. Hollow Knight. And I'm not opposed to that. And, you know, if you guys wanted to see me play Hollow Knight, I would definitely consider doing that as a full playthrough, because I own it. I didn't buy the game. A fan actually donated it to me. But basically nothing is concrete right now. Okay, so I need your input on what you would like to see as the next upcoming playthrough. And I need your input over the next weekend of what is the next major playthrough you'd like to see. Depending on how things go and what you guys are asking for, I consider doing horror game, or maybe this Genshin Impact, or Hollow Knight. I own the game. I'm open to starting up a playthrough of Hollow Knight. I could do a playthrough of Hollow Knight. This is a game that I bought for last week's Rage-A-Thon marathon. You guys seemed to really enjoy when I played it and said, please do a full playthrough of it. Maybe I'll play it. I'm considering it. All right. Maybe I could start up Hollow Knight. We could start up Hollow Knight, which is a game that I've been excited to play since I played it in the Rage-A-Thon last month. But I don't know. I'm still undecided. I don't know if I should play Genshin Impact or if I should play Hollow Knight on Monday. All right. So we'll see. I'll think about it more. Please give me your feedback over today and tomorrow. Swagons, we're not doing Hollow Knight right now. We're going to try out Genshin Impact tomorrow. Now we're going to do our summons, everyone. You guys excited? Chances are we'll probably do it a couple times at night. Fingers crossed we get a 5-star, just to get a taste of what it is. Oh, wait. It's it's something good. Oh, shit. Lisa. I already had Lisa. I don't know if it's going to end up being anything ongoing. Chances are it won't be. Here it is. Klee, I got her. I got Klee. I got the 5-star pull, but you also don't need to worry because Hollow Knight's not going anywhere. I own it. It's not going to be a flash in the pan thing where no one's going to care about it. People waited this long, they'll wait longer for a playthrough of that. 2% Milk, 98% Swag asked, will I do a full playthrough of Hollow Knight if they announce a sequel? I was always down to play Hollow Knight. I own it. Remember I bought it for the Halloween Marathon? And people were like, yeah, it was good during the Halloween Marathon. I should play it. And then it never happened. No one ever asked for it. So I don't know what to tell you. Like, I was always willing to play it.
Whoa, deja vu.
$3 tips came in, and I will shout those out in a second, but let me get back to the start. An anonymous tipper to me, $1.30, says, will you ever get to try Hollow Knight in the foreseeable future? I feel the game will give you a nice challenge. I own it, so one day, maybe I'll play it, but hasn't happened. People haven't really asked for it in droves. The main Craig says, what about a Hollow Knight playthrough? What about it? I own the game. I always said I would play it. In fact, I was interested to play it. After I played it, what was it, last year during the marathon? I always said I would be interested in playing it, but no one ever asked for it. Keep in mind, we got how many viewers' choice playthroughs? It never wins the vote. So I don't know what to tell you. I play what people ask for. I am a man of the people. But you guys have been demanding on a daily basis more Fallout, and that's basically what the poll is saying you want. So it seems like that's the mentality of most of the viewing audience right now. They're saying if you want our support right now, if you need our help, play more of what we want, and we want Fallout. That's what people want. And what's hilarious is people all disagree. I have one person who posted up on my Twitter. He's like, your options suck. You should have put up indie games like Hollow Knight and Enter the Gungeon. I'm like, oh, you mean the games that I actually already have had possible for events? Like Hollow Knight was eligible for Viewer's Choice. Didn't win. It didn't even come close to winning, by the way. I own Hollow Knight. I'd be happy to go back to it someday. No one apparently wants to see it. So let's see what happens today with Metroid Dread. I'm feeling positive about it. I'm really enjoying the game. Arnold feels a nigger, right? I can't wait for more. I just hope that people will actually show up, attend, and support the game. Let's see today. And again, by the way, if the playthrough ends up being successful overall, I'm totally open to playing other Metroidvania games. I guess the question would be, what do you want to see now? People are making suggestions right now in stream chat. Hollow Knight. I own Hollow Knight. I bought it for Halloween, last year? And I played it for a bit, and I liked it. Never went back to it, because, again, Metroidvania. Jordan says, if Metroid does well, would I consider revisiting Hollow Knight? I mean, I already told you guys, the Metroid playthrough's done well. It has. Every day it's done well. Tomorrow we'll see with the finale how it goes. But, I mean, it's cool that this happened because it makes me feel like I could play Metroidvania games. It does. I just don't know what ones I would play. There's so many that I missed out on, right? Tomorrow, the 7th of December, Tuesday, will be the conclusion of Metroid Dread, I think. If everything goes according to what people have been telling me, tomorrow we'll finish Metroid Dread. Again, since it's the finale stream of a Metroidvania game, it would be great for people to come out and support it. That will give me confidence that I could play more Metroidvania games in the future. I'm already kind of thinking of a few. People have been giving me suggestions, such as either Ori and the Blind Forest or Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight, now here's the funny part about Hollow Knight. People wanted me to do it for Halloween a couple years ago, so I did. I played it as part of the Halloween marathon. I played it for like an hour. I actually liked it. I thought, oh, this is a good game. I think I'd like to go back and maybe play this at some point. And then no one ever asked for it ever again. Maybe every once in a while someone brings it up and says, hey, what about Hollow Knight? But really, it never really got too much interest, especially I did do multiple Viewer's Choice events, and it just never really garnered enough interest to really be played. So, I don't know, like, I own it. I own Hollow Knight. John, I would revisit Hollow Knight if people wanted me to. Almost no one asked me for it. It even made it to certain polls and stuff, and no one voted for it. So, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Well, obviously, I want your feedback. As I was explaining this idea to you guys, tons of people in the stream chat have these, why don't you play Tunic? Why don't you play Hollow Knight? Why don't you play this? They're on Game Pass. They're all possible. I already own Hollow Knight. I bought it for a Halloween marathon like 2-3 years ago. But, so there you go. We'll see, because we don't know how long it's going to take to beat Kirby. Maybe 1 or 2 more streams. Dude, it's literally Dark Souls. And now that's it. Instant death. I give up. Fuck this. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Impromptu Q&A for April 18th, 2022. I'm on my late stream, and our idea was that now that I've beaten Kirby in the Forgotten Land, that what I'm going to do is alternate between Game Pass games. That every few nights, you guys will vote, and a game that wins a poll will be played on the late stream. And there was a bunch of games eligible for, excuse me, for tonight's stream. Overwhelmingly, Outer Wilds won, but it's a dud. So I only played it for about 45 minutes, so what we're going to do... We're going to have a new poll, and the new poll is going to be, what's the next Game Pass game? I Am Fish will definitely be in the running, but there'll be some other games too, like Serious Sam 4, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. You guys will vote. Whatever wins that vote will be the next game, okay? So, why no Hollow Knight? Listen, Stealth of Shadows. What are you talking about? Whoever said I'm not playing, I refuse to play Hollow Knight. When did that happen? Just because specifically a game wasn't brought up doesn't mean that I said I refuse to play it. Like, what are you talking about? If there's ever enough demand for games like this, I will play them. This morning, ladies and gentlemen, right now, we're about to set up the poll for the next Game Pass night. Let's do it literally live right now. Now, I'm not trying to skew your vote at all. I'd be happy to play Serious Sam 4, YouTubers Live 2, Quake, or One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. I think they're all great games in their own right. But that being said, I don't want to eliminate I Am Fish. That's the poll. Please vote. Let's see what you guys pick. Again, it's members only, so I gotta urge members. Please exercise the power that you get by being a channel member. Please vote in this poll. It is live right now on the community tab of DSP Gaming. It'll be live today, tomorrow, and half of Sunday. Okay. Now, some people are saying Hollow Knight. All right, fair enough. I mean, I don't have it right now installed on my Xbox. But I think that the game said, well, do I really want to restart from where I played it like 2 years ago? I don't even really remember where I was. See, here's the deal. There's a little bit of a difference between games that I just played in January and a game that I didn't play for years. A game that I didn't play for years, I really don't even remember Hollow Knight, like what I did in it or how to play it. I almost feel like if I'm going to play Hollow Knight, I should just start fresh, start a whole playthrough over, you see? Probably the best way to go about it. So, to think about it. Everyone, good evening, and welcome to an impromptu second half of my stream. We're going to jump into Xbox Game Pass for the first time in several months. We're going to look for new games to add to my stuff to play in the future. At this point, we've exhausted some of the games that I've been playing, including games like Outer Wilds and YouTubers Live 2, which really has not fit my format of content or was just kind of boring. So we're going to need some more stuff to add to the rotation for late night chill streaming. Swaggins is screaming for Hollow Knight. I only played it, how long did I play Hollow Knight? I played it for like an hour or 2 hours. I can't remember exactly how long I played it. Was it during a Halloween marathon? Because I think I own it. I think I bought it. I do own. I bought the game. I own the game. I outright purchased it. I liked it, but the viewing audience didn't really like it that much. Like, they thought, you know, like originally, oh, he's playing Hollow Knight, and then after the end of like 2 hours, oh, he's playing Hollow Knight. I thought it was pretty good, though. See, I see people saying stuff like Hollow Knight, and it's like, Hollow Knight has had its chance many times. Many times I did viewer's choice, member's choice, event playthrough, nominated game you want to see me. It never makes it. It seems like Hollow Knight is one of those games that has a very vocal community of people who love it, but it's not a giant group. So if I play the game, I will satisfy a very small group of vocal people who wanted to see me play it over the years, but it's not going to be something that everyone wants to see. At least that's the impression I kind of get. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but that's definitely the impression that I kind of get. I'm not saying that I don't want to play it. I do eventually want to play it. I'm interested in it. But is that going to be a game that people want to watch in the middle of May? I don't know. Is Hollow Knight 2 a game I would consider when it comes out? Yeah. You want to know why? Because it'll be new at the time. So many people have said, play Hollow Knight 1, play Hollow Knight 1. If Hollow Knight 2 comes out, I'll play it. Because it just makes sense to play it as a new release. There'll be hype behind it. Likely it'll get more traction, more views. Views. I don't want to be Mr. Views. Yes, I would play it. Man on Wheels, yes, Hollow Knight is a consideration, but it's not something that I'm getting an abundance of people asking for it. It's just not. Even when it goes on polls, it never wins. So what I think it is we have a small group of people who are vocal because they really like the game. And yeah, it would be great if that small group of people really like the Hollow Knight playthrough. But again, is that enough to warrant me doing a playthrough of this game? I don't know. You know, I'm skeptical. All right, everyone, welcome to the Xbox and Bethesda Showcase 2022 and my live reactions to it. So, I mean, honestly, that's like Back 4 Blood with vampires, right? That's exactly what it looked like. Oh, Hollow Knight. A new Hollow Knight. I'm sure people will be happy about this. People were such huge fans of Hollow Knight. There's a new one. It's a female protagonist. Beautiful music. The double boss fight. Smell and orange. Releasing on Game Pass tomorrow. That's right. Get ready. They're gonna say it tomorrow. It's out on Game Pass. Yes. The duel. Silksong. No date. Looks good, but zero information about when it's coming out. Up next, the second game was Hollow Knight Silksong. Now, for clarification purposes, I don't know if this is a DLC for the original game or a brand new game. This is not clear. What it does, they show you are now a female protagonist, and it looks very similar to the gameplay of Hollow Knight. But I don't. Again, what was clear is that it's not even close to being done because it didn't even have a release date. They didn't even have a release year. So they must not have any idea how far along they are with the development of this. I was shocked. So, I mean, I looked at it, and what's funny is Hollow Knight, I played very shortly. I played maybe like a half an hour to an hour of it during a marathon, a year or two ago. And everyone always asked me would I go back to it. And I said, if people want to see it, I do things like viewer's choice events or whatever. And it's basically never won a poll or anything. It seems like Hollow Knight does have a large amount of fans that would like to see me play the game. And actually, over the last year, the topic came up, well, Phil, when the new Hollow Knight comes out, all right, would you just play it as a new release? To which I said, if there's demand for it at that time, yes, I would. I would play it as a new release. Maybe that would be a good entry point for me for the series. I don't know when this game's coming out. And it's funny because people last year were of the impression it was coming out soon, and now here we are a year later, and we have no date, right? For those of you who have enjoyed, Hollow Knight, you're probably incredibly disappointed. We still don't have any information on when it's coming out. I would be frustrated too. So, I mean, Silksong looks good. It's just a shame we have zero info about it. So there you go. Ah, yes, yes! There's blood squirting. I love it. Okay, excuse me. Got a little carried away. When I go back to Hollow Knight, if people requested it, yes. Hello, everyone, and welcome to an impromptu Q&A stream. In a shocking twist, I ended up finishing Fable Anniversary really early. I don't think Fable Anniversary is very good. I beat it. I'm like, that's it? Like, I was so bored. I was like, I really don't even want to do the DLC. It was such a deflating, anticlimactic ending. I was like, so anyway, Q&A time. Would I ever return to Hotline Miami 2? I'm going to give you guys the same answer I give everyone, all right? If there's enough demand to see me play a certain game, I will usually play it. There's no reason to even bring up a specific game and say, hey, will you play this? Hey, will you play this? It's more of, hey, If enough people ask me for it during like a viewer's choice event or whatever, I would be down to play whatever. But if there's enough people who kind of rally and ask me to play a game, then I would. But the funny part is a lot of people rally behind these games. Like for example, Hollow Knight. So many people, are you going to play Hollow Knight eventually? If people want it, and then we do viewer's choice, and it doesn't even have enough nominations to make it to the poll. And it's like, you see? BOS Paladin says, can I play Hollow Knight to see how it goes? I'm not playing Hollow Knight now, no. Hollow Knight has had its time to be played many times, and it never gets enough attention or nominations for whatever reason, especially for viewer's choice. I'm not interested in that right now.
Every doctor that has ever interviewed you claims a different type of psychosis. Everything from multiple personality disorders to, well, the list is endless.
I do my best.
Well, I don't believe it.
Be quiet, clown.
Well, I at least try the sequel of Hollow Knight when it comes out. That I'm considering BOS Paladin, yes. Hollow Knight Voidheart Edition, a game that I own. I fully own this. I bought it many years ago for a Halloween marathon, played it for about an hour. Everyone was like, man, we'd love to see you go back to that. And then every opportunity that I had to go back and there was a poll or there was an event, it never made it. People didn't want it. So figure that one out. Alright, so we just beat Toy Story 3 early. I told everyone I would do a little bit of Q&A. HoboX, here's the thing. He says, since Metroid did good last year, Metroid Dread, and everyone is asking for Hollow Knight, will I consider doing it for a night stream? That's a complete misconception. Everyone is not asking for Hollow Knight. Everyone was like, man, we'd love to see you go back to that. Everyone always asks me would I go back to it. Again, it's not that many people actually. It's probably the same few people who've been asking for it over the years, but it doesn't. Right now, the problem is there's not many major new releases coming out, right? We have one in a week in Saints Row, and I think everyone can agree you want to see me play that. But outside of that, what else is coming out? Not a heck of a lot. So when this happens, all of a sudden there's dead time and no one can agree on what they want to see me do. And that's the problem. When there's no consensus or agreement, then everyone wants one thing, but everyone wants something different. So no matter what I end up playing, people get disappointed. People ask me for years and years for Final Fantasy VII. Seriously. So I played it, and some people are happy, some people aren't, you know? There's not much you can do. If this game does well, I consider playing Hollow Knight. I mean, I've had Hollow Knight for 100 years, and no one ever wanted it, so I don't know, man. I already played Hollow Knight. No one really asked for it again.
Well, okay. Hey Phil, hope you're doing well and you're excited for the upcoming Halloween season.
You bet I am.
My suggestion would be the most definite tackle Hollow Knight or Blasphemous. The Hollow Knight sequel is coming soon and Blasphemous 2 released in 2023. Both will have ongoing momentum. The game can be frustrating at times and will satisfy Souls fans, but it's highly rewarding and satisfying. Excuse me. Every single time I played a Metroidvania game, they don't work. I would say Metroid Dread was the exception to the rule. So, okay. Asterion is a pissy, whiny, spoiled brat, and now here I am whining on my podcast like a pissy, whiny, spoiled brat. So now I've become Asterion.
Will you shut up?
Do I think I'll ever go back and play Hollow Knight from start to finish? I've always left that as an option. I've actually brought it up several times over the years in polls for possible playthroughs. No one seems to want it. To be honest, it's never really won. It's never really garnered that much attention. I played Hollow Knight during a marathon, and I thought it was good, and I said I would go back and consider playing it, and people were like, yeah. It's like no one cares about Hollow Knight. So I own it, but I never went back and played it because no one cares. You know? A name that's completely unpronounceable did a super chat and said, I hope you play Hollow Knight again someday. I might. I own it. I actually bought it ages ago, played it for a Halloween marathon once, said I would play it again because I liked it, and no one asked for it. I played a Hollow Knight, didn't I? I never got far in it. We did Hollow Knight for Indies. No, for a Halloween marathon many years ago, right? It's the same video from 10 years ago.
Partners in crime.
Sure Shot recommends a full playthrough of Hollow Knight. Yeah, but let me ask you a question, Sure Shot. How long is Hollow Knight? Because if you haven't noticed, the indie games that we've been playing that are working just aren't that long. Killer Frequency, a game about digging a hole, now Kiosk. If they're short experiences that we can play in 1 or 2 streams, but if Hollow Knight's like a 20-plus hour game, that's not the point of the indie night. It's to try to get exposure to a variety of games that otherwise I wouldn't get exposed to. So I don't really think that's going to work. You know what I mean? As a playthrough maybe later, but not as an indie night. Shucks, where are the melons? Oh, the watermelon slices is how you do it? Okay, so this is new. Now, what do I do? Do I craft those into seeds? Now, how do I do more than one?
What about the other games you suggested? Well, a lot of the games you suggest, Eva Cowboy fan, are really lengthy RPG style stuff. Hollow Knight, I played some of during a marathon, but I never got back to playing it again. It could be something that I play someday. How do I do them all? If I just do this? No, it just says one. Like, how do I do multiple? Joggin Muse did a $10 super chat, and they said, Phil, would you ever consider doing a playthrough of Hollow Knight, Metroidvania Souls-like? It would be good. I tried it before. It was actually, if I remember correctly, it was during a Halloween marathon many years ago. Personally, I was enjoying the game, but we never went back to it, and there's a good reason. Sadly, Metroidvanias don't work for some reason in my content. Don't ask me why, because I like them. I find them entertaining and fun. Maybe it's because most of them look like pixel graphics. I mean, I'm playing Minecraft saying that. That could be it. I don't know. I tried many of them. I tried Ori and the Blind Forest and everything. The only time that I ever played, but yeah, literally the only time that I played a Metroidvania style game and it actually worked was Metroid Dread. And I think the reason it worked is because it was a hot game at the time. It was a first party Nintendo title. A lot of people had heard it was difficult. They wanted to see me try to, like, you know, persevere through it or whatever. I played it and I actually really liked it. Was it tough? Yeah, it actually was a really tough game. Yeah, that's why I never went back and played Hollow Knight, even though originally some people wanted to see Hollow Knight. It didn't really work out. Like, people just, it never happened. So if anyone ever wanted to see Hollow Knight, I wouldn't be against it. Here's the problem that I feel the problem is. Hollow Knight is a mix of Metroidvania and Dark Souls, right? It's actually a pretty challenging game. We all can agree there, right? Here's the problem with that. There's just too fucking many Soulsborns now. This is not 5 years ago. Now, there's literally a new Soulsborne game released every fucking week. You know what I mean? So, the way I see it, I'm not against trying Hollow Knight. I just don't think that it would work. I would probably get people for 1 or 2 streams, and then they would complain, oh, it's a Metroidvania. Oh, it's a Soulsborne. And then they're not gonna want it. So, I'm down for that if anyone ever wants it, if we have time for it. But I know that Silksong supposedly is coming out later this year, and that's the sequel. Maybe that's a jumping in point, because at least at that point, it's something new, as opposed to Hollow Knight. It's been out for many, many years. I don't know how many people would care about me playing that now, but maybe Silksong could be a different story, right? I'm not against playing Hollow Knight. I just didn't think it would ever work. For $3, I don't see why I wouldn't. $3. Yeah, I'll get it. $3. We'll try it. Hollow Knight, I swear I own. Oh, I own it on console. That's right. I'll just wait. When Hollow Knight, when the sequel comes out, I'll play it. Okay? I don't think there's a point to playing the original. I'll play the sequel when it comes out, because then people will actually want to see it.
I mean this with all due respect, Phil. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, let's see here. I got a $2 tip. Have you played Hollow Knight? It'll be great to see that before Silksong releases. I played it for about an hour to an hour and a half during a marathon many years ago. Never went back to it due to there never really being major demand for it. So I'm just going to play the new one when it comes out rather than try to play one now, then play that one later. I'll just play the new one when it comes out later this year. And then someone tipped $2 again, says Don't Over came through about Hollow Knight Silksong. Yes. Well, I just answered your question. So I guess you tipped twice. It did come through the both times. But yeah, I actually am interested in Silksong. Everyone is, right? Like, everyone's hyped for Silksong, so I will play that later in the year. Skeletons kill me, and a creeper blew up and killed Porkchop, our pet. Beautiful bird. I loved having it as a pet, and now it's dead. I'm actually pretty upset.
Around me are familiar faces, worn out.
I got another $2 tip. We need Hollow Knight. Well, yeah, whatever happened, they never announced it, right? Everyone was expecting that over the summer, this new Hollow Knight was going to finally get its official announcement, and it still hasn't. Because everyone over the years has said, will you play Hollow Knight? And I said, well, I'll try it. And we tried it during a marathon. I thought it was okay. Really, I thought it was just okay. It was, you know, kind of a Metroidvania, but tough combat like Dark Souls almost. And then every once in a while, someone asks if I'll play it. And I'm like, there doesn't seem to be a lot of demand for it, so I never really went for it. But then they announced the sequel. And I was like, well, if you guys really want me to play the sequel, I'll try it, you know? There's no big risk there. Maybe a stream or two, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But for me, like, I was like, okay, it's going to come out. What I was thinking is it would come out around Halloween. It would make sense. It's supposed to be a horror-themed kind of game. What? But they just still haven't announced it, right? I don't know what they're taking so long for. It's really weird. This is actually going to be a very heavy gaming month coming up. I'll be honest with all of you. It's going to be tough to cover, and I think I'm going to have to not play certain things at launch. At the same time, I'm very skeptical that certain things are actually going to work. Hollow Knight Silksong. People have been asking me for years, would I play Silksong when it comes out? And I kept saying, sure. And now it looks like it's finally coming to fruition. But are you aware I already played Hollow Knight once? I did. I played Hollow Knight, and people weren't that crazy about it when I played it. Why? Because it's a Metroidvania. Now, yeah, it has tougher combat than a standard Metroidvania. You're not just running around shooting things. You're actually doing like hand-to-hand combat that's tough, a la, say, Dark Souls. People call it like the Metroidvania Dark Souls. But it didn't really do too well. Now, that was years and years ago. Maybe because Silksong is new, people will be excited for it because it's a new release. I don't know. But I'm skeptical when all these games are announced. I'm like, okay, well, I'd like to play that one, that one, that one. And then you guys say, well, what about this one? So, I guess we're going to see, and we're going to talk about this. So this morning, I will actually be reacting to a few things here. Hollow Knight, Silksong trailer today. I haven't looked at any of this yet. I've got it all lined up. A lot of reacting on today's show. All right? So, people have been waiting for a definitive update on Hollow Knight Silksong for a long time. We first got word that this was coming out like 5-6 years ago. Like remember, Hollow Knight was a hit, an indie smash hit, and everyone liked it. So everyone wanted a sequel. Today, they actually interviewed the game developers of Hollow Knight Silksong. What took you so long? Are you aware it's been 7 years since Hollow Knight came out? And they basically said, it's just as simple. We're a small studio. Even though we had massive success with the original Hollow Knight, we didn't overexpand. We didn't double, triple the size of our dev team. We're a relatively small team. We wanted to take our time. We wanted to make sure that the sequel was going to be great. So we took our time, and here it is. I mean, I guess that's a testing. Okay, good. My entire setup crashed. All right, let's get back to what we were doing. Okay, well, apologies for technical difficulties today. The game that we're about to react to, Hollow Knight Silksong, it's kind of interesting. Hollow Knight came out 7 years ago. Are you aware of that? Yeah, it's been that long. And Hollow Knight was a smashing indie success. No one saw it coming. When it came out, people were like, whoa, it's like Metroidvania combined with Dark Souls. But people have always said, well, what about Hollow Knight getting a sequel? Like, is it ever going to come out? And it took them 7 years to make it. Well, they actually interviewed the game devs this morning and said, well, why did it take you 7 years? And they said, well, it's because unlike other studios that when they get success, they invest their money into massively expanding and doubling and tripling in size and the number of employees, and then they become all bureaucratic and bloated. We're just a small team. We want to stay a small, close-knit team because that's what worked with the first game. So we did, and here's our product. It took us 7 years to make it, but we wanted to keep it close to the chest and make a great game just like we did the first time. We hope you enjoy it. I think that's an amazing answer because you take a look at a company like Bethesda, who at one point, Bethesda used to be able to pump out amazing games in fairly short time periods. Now they can't even make a chair without 17 months of development because it has to pass through 12 bureaucratic levels of management in order to get signed off on and finally made. It's a joke. That's why Bethesda can't make good games anymore. Let's watch the trailer right now. What? I haven't looked at any of this yet. Yes. Hollow Knight Silksong comes out on September 4th. Less than 2 weeks. So I have a few things to say. Looks good to me. Like, that's the kind of game that I think I would like. It's challenging combat, platforming, exploration, action, RPG elements, right? Kind of like Dark Souls, but with combined with another genre of game entirely. I like that. The thing is, the viewing audience doesn't really like that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to play it. And the thing is, people have asked me to play, okay? Hollow Knight, when I played it during a marathon, people had been asking me for the longest time to play Hollow Knight. I played it during a marathon. People didn't care. People were like, eh. And then later on, I said, well, why didn't anyone care? And people were like, oh, because you played it during a marathon? And I'm like, what does that mean? You know, like, basically, I like that style of game, but I don't know if the audience will, okay? So I appeal to all of you. You've been asking me, would I play Hollow Knight? And I said, why play Hollow Knight? Silksong's about to come out, right? Do you want me to play this? I would love to play it. I think I would like it, but would you like to see this when it comes out on September 4th? That's the question I present to you. We have 2 weeks to figure it out. Okay? If the answer is yes, play it. We'll show up. We'll engage in support with it. Then I will play it. Okay? Fair enough. Well, I play Hollow Knight now that Silksong is coming. No. Silksong is coming in like 2 weeks. How on earth would I be playing regular Hollow Knight now? Are you insane? Hollow Knight Silksong is the highly anticipated sequel to the original Hollow Knight that's been delayed and delayed and delayed for like 7 years. It's finally coming out. Tons of people are excited for this one and have asked me to play it already. And I said, all right, I would play it. Now, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to beat it. I don't know how much I'm going to like it, but I'm at least going to try it. Why wouldn't I, right? The thing about Silksong is that, okay? Number one, Hollow Knight has a huge fan base. Like, Hollow Knight actually has a big fan base. I'm not one of them. Like, I didn't play Hollow Knight. I own it, and I played it for one marathon for like an hour or two, and that was it, and we never got back to it. So there really is no view base of me having played it. It's going to be more of a first-time experience for me. Now, here's the problem. It's a Metroidvania. It is. Typically, whenever I play a Metroidvania, it fails. I think there's been one exception ever, Metroid Dread. And then all of a sudden, a group of people came to me and said, Phil, we really want you to play Metroid Dread. We will finance it. I said, what? They were like, yes, we guarantee you if you play Metroid Dread, you will be hitting support every stream. And I did. So that was like the one exception, all right? Outside of that, any other Metroidvania game I've attempted has not worked. It's failed. People say they're boring. There's too much backtracking. There's too much grindy style gameplay. They just don't like them. Okay? Silksong, yes, I understand the hype behind it. I understand that the original Hollow Knight has a giant fan base. I know that. But that fan base isn't my viewer base, because I didn't play the original Hollow Knight. So it's not like, oh, people who love Hollow Knight or Dynasty DarksydePhil play Silksong. I don't think that's the case. Okay? If my audience already doesn't like Metroidvanias, and now arguably I'm going to play a Metroidvania game that's going to be one of the hardest ever made because it's also a Souls-like, which means there's going to be way more repetition, way more grinding, way more of that. Is it really going to be entertaining for you? Or is this going to be a game everyone's hyped for? I play it twice, everyone's bored. Dabian says, I'm curious, why are you so keen on Silksong when you didn't really play the first one much? Because it's a new game. If I were to play Hollow Knight or Silksong, I tell you I would wait for Silksong. Why play the first when the new one's coming out? Well, now it's here. I've outright said this too. As much as I rely on support to make a living, I don't want content to be purchased content just for a small few. I don't want this to be, hey, come to DSP Gaming today to see the playthrough that 2 people paid to have happen and no one really wants. I want it to be content you guys all want to see. The Dark Knight Rises tipped $1.50, says, here's a tip for Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake. Also, Silksong before Hollow Knight. I recommend Metal Gear Solid 3 and try Silksong after you played the original first. That's an interesting take. I actually didn't hear that one yet, that maybe I just shouldn't play Silksong because I never played the first game. And so I should just hold off on it. Huh, we locked it in. We figured out what games there's going to be. Tomorrow, it's going to be the premiere of Metal Gear Solid Delta. And then on September 5th, I'm going to be playing Chronos: The New Dawn. So those are the two. Hollow Knight Silksong will not be played at this time. However, I may eventually play it, just not now. All right, everybody. Silksong it is.
And that is it. The story is over. Hollow Knight is never getting played. Even now, DSP is making excuses as to why you shouldn't play it, latest of which being that Hollow Knight was a tutorial for Silksong, so there's no reason to play the original.
Okay, I'm not against Hollow Knight, but would anyone really want to see me go back and play it after I've played the superior, harder game? What's the point of going back and playing the shorter, easier game? Again, I'm not against it at all. I'm not. If this is what you want, I would play Hollow Knight.
He's never playing it. It's over. Gone. Forever.
Watch out, watch out, watch out!
Almost 8 years of whales, mods, and genuine fans asking, begging for the guy to play one of their favorite games.
And what do they get? Gugats. That's what they got.
This is just another example of the guy dismissing, ignoring, and stringing along his fans. 7 years of fighting in polls, an hour of watching this asshole be lost in a marathon, and a sequel they didn't ask for. Their voices lost in a sea of meaningless requests made of the guy by his audience, because as we all know, Phil is driven by only 2 things: ego and greed. This video was never going to be about Silksong. It was a journey through the years, a look into the past of how long and how many people have asked Phil to play the original Hollow Knight, and how, time and time again, the King of Hate decreed it was not worth his time. The list of askers is incomplete. It doesn't include people on his forums, in unrecorded segments, in YouTube comments, Twitter, etc. Only what he shouted out and uploaded to YouTube. But I'd say it's a pretty hefty count as it is. And for every person who spoke up, I imagine there were at least 2 others who fell for the pignosis and didn't bother asking. These people aren't dense, they're victims lured in by the enticement of watching their favorite streamer play their favorite game. Their only crime? Having faith on a man who wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire. At the end of the day, it all boils down to money, as does anything with the pig roach. If you ain't paying, he ain't playing.
I really like Silksong, but I'm only willing to do it if people are willing to support it, period. I'm not going to go through some crazy, ultra-stressful game that's going to be in the rotation if no one's going to show up to support it.
And that's just how pigs work. Don't feed this pig. The meat has gone stale years ago, and all feeding him does is corrupt his mind with illusions of success and fuel his overinflated ego. And don't indulge Zote in his delusions, because he will never learn and never shut up otherwise. Until next time, don't let the bastards grind you down.
Was it in another life? Did you hear the sound of heaven fall? Are you here to make it right? Call me when you need. I'll be with you when you fall. I'll be silent through it all, unless you need me.
Oh. 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 Oh, God. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. Did you guys hear the squirt?